Every week you're getting violence, blood, agony. Charity.
So I just want to see. Now it is open live, just checking audio after the delay. Then I'll mute it again.
with my man Donald, who also goes by Cosplay ZW, who handles the entirety of the media for Otakukon, as well as Archie Moyo, who is the founder. He's usually in the background doing things.
We'll just like you're shaking like we'll put on some effects.
Oh, okay.
Earthquake voice.
Earthquake. Oh my god. I'm letting them handle the technical stuff. I'm not touching anything. I'm really just talking until it's Archie's turn to come explain this open call cross region effort to make more manga in Zimbabwe. But until then, I'm just gonna ramble a little bit as people start to trickle in a little bit. Please do say hi. If you're watching this in post, please follow all of our socials. We're at Otaku Connect. Use K's in most places. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on X, formerly known as Twitter. We're on Facebook. We also have a website that we keep fairly up to date if you need any extra information about the convention, the nerd space, and anything Otaku Central in Southern Africa, but mainly Zimbabwe. So that's otakukon.com. That's OTAK. OTAKUKON.com.
Just had to be Donald.
The media is just testing sound effects in the background.
We're doing live studio sound effects.
Yes, live studio sound effects. Sasri is just doing, hey Sasri. Sasri is also in our voice acting group, as well as being one of our foremost gamers. He does really well in the community, so much so that people are like a little scared to verse him. I feel like in the right game, I could take Sasri down. Let's do Mugen. I use Optimus Prime, he uses Pikachu. I feel like that's a fair...
If you get wired, you'll never live it down.
I feel like Pikachu is an electric type and I'm metal. I'm at a disadvantage. I'm just, just saying. Some of us grew up watching Pokemon the animated series on... Actually, what did Pokemon air on? It was SABC 2.
Yeah, SABC 2.
Yeah, on SABC 2. Between Pokemon, Dragon Balls, y'all are making faces. Do we need to
it's
start?
just the phone's just shaking, but it's fine.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Is it the phone?
Okay.
I don't know, something's shaking. But it's fine. It doesn't stop you.
It doesn't stop me.
Yeah,
but you guys are making faces. It's
Donald is making faces.
Okay. Sorry, or whoever's in the chat, let us know. Is the earthquake effect on? Or is it just a consequence of us looking at it on this side? Hey, Archie. What was I talking about? Pokemon. So a lot of us grew up watching Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Metabots, all on SABC2 / ETV. I can't remember what was on ETV at the time, but that was a lot of people's entry point into anime. For myself and Archie as well, we watched Joy TV's Samurai X, which was Rurouni Kenshin. Other people had Sci-Fi Channel. So Sci-Fi Channel had things like Excel Saga, Shadow Skill, a whole bunch of other stuff that was like really niche at the time. Dirty Pair Flash, if you're into that. And the beginning of, I believe, the Evangelion series. I could be wrong about that one. But Sci-Fi Channel had like a lot of really cool movies. And then that suddenly went off the air, and people went back to just Dragon Ball Z. But this was around the time, and it's worth talking about because it is part of our history.
Yeah.
Is a lot of the ways you could get anime were by borrowing VHSs or borrowing people's DVDs that they had bought from China. It was a big community that existed because TV channels didn't usually have them. Accessibility to high-speed internet wasn't a thing at the time, and just DVD sales weren't that big. And so a lot of us were watching borrowed media. I want to call it that, borrowed media. I watched Ninja Scroll official DVD and then I watched Samurai Gun. Did you watch Samurai Gun?
Samurai Gun, no.
I
I didn't watch Ninja Scroll either.
What?
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm like, what is this shit?
Okay. So at some point we're gonna have an anime movie night, and we're gonna catch up on the classics because there's no point of watching it alone because like some of those graphics, whack. It's gonna make you tune up. I need to show you why this is history, bro. This was the founding fathers of anime, bro.
Some of us are ZBC heads, bro.
You know what anime was on ZBC?
None.
Don't lie to me.
Did Dragon Ball come at any point?
No, not Dragon Ball, but anime.
Anime. I feel like ZBC never gave us anything.
You know what? There's some things that
It didn't even get like Yu Yu Hakusho or nothing.
there's some things that are masked as anime. So like at the time, had someone said Pokemon is anime,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have you would be like, what do you mean, right? Because especially because one, it was in English, and two, I don't know if it was for kids, but the American licensing of it allowed them not just to dub over, but to change certain things for localization. So I remember
names and stuff.
So yes, names, right? And when I say yes, names, it's every name in Pokemon, aside from like the classic Pikachu, right? But imagine this: Ash's name.
Sorry. Live. Lane Pagram said and Bleach. Like I feel like if you start off with Bleach, you're young.
You are young.
In Africa.
In Africa, yes. Bleach was so. I'm going through the timeline.
Yeah.
Bleach is a little later. We'll get to that just now. But with Pokemon, his name is not Ash in Japan.
What's his name in Japan?
Satoshi.
Satoshi?
Sure, right? But it's like even like other Pokemon's names, if they don't make sense, why would Charmander be a thing that they call, especially early anime?
Oh, yeah. Like maybe anime from these days.
Yes.
Because they do
Like
try
My
to-
Hero.
Yeah, they do try to get names born names from English and stuff so that it makes more sense to a global audience.
Yes.
But Charmander is probably some fire-related Japanese word.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you know what it was?
No. That escapes my knowledge because I didn't read the manga. I didn't watch the original anime. Much like other people, I just watched it on SABC2. So now I've talked about Joy TV. I've talked about Sci-Fi Channel. I've talked about Borrowed Media, and then at some point, maybe 2008, 2007, 2008, Animax showed up on DSTV, right? So this was the answer to people's demand for anime, early demand. That's not me. Early demand for anime, which was kind of obscure, right? Because it was an obscure media, and because we were just consuming whatever came onto our laps, right? Because beggars can't be choosers, or borrowers can't be choosers. You have something that's anime, I'm going to watch it. Early on in my anime journey, I watched so many random things that I wouldn't like regularly watch, which is why I think I'm genre agnostic. So I will watch Giant Roblox. I will watch Slice of Life. I will watch sci-fi. I watch shonen. I watch shoujo, seinen. Whatever was coming across my plate, I was watching because I loved anime in all its forms. And so I think because of that agnosticism, it was difficult for, well, it's just two things. One, it was difficult for early licenses, so your DSTVs, to figure out what was popular. Because shonen hadn't solidified as hard as it's solidifying now. So if you go back 20 years and you say name 10 shonen anime at that time, Rurouni Kenshin is technically shonen, right?
Yeah.
But now you have a
Technically,
yeah.
Is it anything else?
See, okay,
Seinen?
if you go on the level of violence, so the blood that's related with it, the gambling, as well as the fact that your protagonists are much older, right?
Then it should be seinen.
Right, would be. And then I'm saying that it is shonen, right? Because it was made for a younger audience.
Yeah.
But now it's easy to be like, oh, the protagonist is 13, or the protagonist is like a youngster, it's a teenager, or whatever it is, and it's just obvious. It's a little weird with like Kaiju number 8, which is trending right now. The last episode was amazing, because the character's older, but they make that part of the story where it's just like everyone else is younger. This character has tried and tried and tried and tried.
And they're older.
Right? And that makes you sympathize with them.
Like
But
Osan titles.
those were yes. I know what you watch because we watch the same thing. But I'm just like, yes, finally, my people. Mans is tired.
Do you have comments on there? You can see them.
So I'm on
Because
YouTube.
people are talking on chat. So
I'm on. So let me pivot to Instagram and see. If,
Enigma also mentioned Animax. I know some people started with Animax when I was in high school, which is a long time ago.
yo, don't do this.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do this to yourself.
Because
Don't do this
a lot
to
of people,
yourself,
we
though.
had were in boarding and we had edition boarding, and weekends people spent them watching Animax. So introduction to things like Helsing. That's the one I remember them watching the most. I wasn't as interested at the time, but I definitely know Animax got a lot of people onto anime
Mhm.
at some point.
And so that's the thing. Sometimes you have to go where people already are, and people already had DSTV, right?
Yeah.
And so it was just carving out a channel for people to watch the thing that they wanted to watch. And just going back to the obscurity, the first couple of anime that appeared on Animax, genuinely, I would not have picked those for myself. So it was like Wolf's Rain, Eureka 7, Dot Hack Sign, Speed Grapher, Gantz, but those have become some of my favorite anime, period. Right? So, and it becomes this thing of,
This dude is Gantz in his favorites, bro.
yes! So, Gantz, eventually I went to go read the manga, right? Because it got one of those anime-only endings, because the story hadn't wrapped in the manga. They were just like, they're mid-plot thread, but we're out of
A
episodes.
lot of content.
So
So
they
we need
just-
to finish it.
Yeah. Will you go finish Gantz the manga? Whoa! So, okay, a little bit of spoilers if you didn't read the manga, right? But actually, you know the basic premise, right? Yes. So if you get points after beating aliens, Archie, if you get 100 points, you can bring someone back to life, right?
You
There's
mentioned Eureka.
yes, or Eureka, Wolf's Rain, Gantz, Speed Grapher, Dot Hack Sign. There was not Battle Angel, but there was this one where they literally played with like mechanical dolls.
It was Tino. Tino was like, Eureka was the one.
Eureka was the one. Giant robots and surfing.
Munya agrees as well.
Uh-huh.
And Guru Danka's like, damn, I haven't heard about Eureka in a while. Y'all just showing your age
Yes.
in this chat.
Yes, that's why I'm here. Ultimately, Animax did for the culture what Joy TV did for us. Where it was just like, we don't know how many people are going to like this, but this feels important. I don't even know if and you know what, like we're well past the time, but we can't even go back to the Joy TV studios and be like, who greenlit this? Because it's obviously a weeb. It's obviously an ancient weeb, an ancestor weeb, who was like, yeah, this is gonna be fire. These Popeyes are gonna be fire. Eventually, Animax started licensing more popular anime, right? Because I assume DSTV slash Animax can see who's watching at what times, and then also DSTV has that added advantage of seeing. I don't know whether they know this. The people who have DSTV can see what you. It's not bookmarking. What is it when you like set a reminder, and like it auto changes to that channel when that show starts. That DSTV can see that.
I just said I was a ZBC dude.
It's okay. It's okay.
ZBC.
ZBC.
That's all we knew.
And so DSTV can see that data, right? And it's obviously saying, okay, these are the shows that are connecting. What shows check these boxes that we can license? And it's also that licensing fees amongst anime differ. Bleach is obviously more expensive than something a little bit more obscure, right? So eventually Bleach did get on Animax. By the time I was watching Bleach on Animax, I'd already seen most of it
You've seen everything.
via borrowed media.
These are the shows that are connected.
Yeah. Please do be checking comments so that you're not just talking to yourself. Like the peeps and
It
comments.
says
comment.
give us airtime. That's the last comment.
That's the first thing you saw.
Did anyone watch Code Lyoko? Yes! Code Lyoko!
Okay.
Hang on.
Alright.
Code Lyoko is Code Lyoko anime. Yeah, I feel like it's French.
Because that would make it not anime?
Who owns Code Lyoko? Huh? Code Lyoko.
Once upon a time, I wanted to watch
That's the
Code
closest
Lyoko.
thing to anime we got on ZBC.
Yeah. Galactic football.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you're about to find out that's Portuguese.
It is. I'm sure it's French as well.
Because that's all we got from ZBC, eh? Canales de France.
That canal gave us that through ball. That through ball of stuff that was anime adjacent. Damn.
Yeah. Gorodanka also mentioned Galactic. Galactic football, okay, definitely.
Yes.
I agree.
The Mist.
No, but what was the other? No, was that Galactic? What a street? Was it called street football?
Street football.
Yeah.
Yes, street
It
football.
had
What's
to be,
the- what-
had
what's
to
the
be
street-
French, bro. Had to be French.
What's the
Y'all
street football
underrated
also-
how much animation is coming from France, bro.
Spider
Riders has to be anime. Come on, let's
Oh,
Spider Riders.
Spider Riders. Okay.
Spider.
Look at this.
Riders.
So I think this is anime adjacent. Is
Are you looking at character design?
Spider Riders?
Oh.
It's Japanese Canadian.
Yeah.
It's
Japanese
Japanese.
Canadian.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Yes, Spider Riders.
Wait, was Spider Riders on ZBC though?
If they're talking about, I didn't watch Spider Riders.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've just seen that the
Trust
chat
me,
is all these DSTV kids.
No. Spider Riders had to be on ZBC.
Chat.
Actually,
Chat.
what's this?
Chat.
Saber Riders. Why are you telling me that that's not anime, bro?
Do you know what? Okay, actually,
That's Super
No,
Sentai
I'm
with cowboys.
I'm about to win.
Talk to me.
This is gonna be the oldest thing on ZBC that is anime, and no one can argue against that. Voltron.
Oh shit.
Voltron is the oldest anime ever on ZBC.
Yeah. Especially if you watched all versions of Voltron. You know,
Yeah.
people like to talk about the Lions because it was just
Those are the only cool ones.
They
The other
were
one had
cool.
40 characters to remember.
40?
Hey, no.
They were ones, bro. That was a company. It was legit
That was-
an enterprise.
that was
When
the
they
whole
said
organization, bro.
Earth Team, and you saw it was just like all of the Fast and Furious cars. They said Earth Team.
That was why it was run by an Indian dude. I found it in the chat. I feel like he came with that. Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Stone Protection.
Whoa, Stone
now,
Protectors.
now I feel like we're just talking cool anime.
That's why we're here.
ZBC, bro.
Yeah, but
ZBC.
Saber Rider definitely ZBC.
All I'm saying.
Yes, Sons of Spider Riders was BTV.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Are you about to judge me for not being able to afford BTV?
Why
I see your face.
I was about
Your
to say-
face is on the live. While you judge me.
I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. BTV is borrowed TV. That's all it is.
ZBC adjacent.
Yes, ZBC adjacent. Robotech. The thing is,
Go reboot. I feel like that.
now you're showing your
Yeah,
age.
how's that?
Voltron, you're not showing your age. Reboot, you're showing your age, bro. With dot matrix, dot matrix, kutititi. Wow. So the whole thing is, like,
Bro.
this entire conversation, or the prelude to this conversation, is that we have been in the presence of anime, right? So for someone to be like, I'm not an anime fan, and then you ask them what they watch, and then they're just listing anime. You just happen to watch it in English, which is why I'm never a subs versus dubs person, because when I was growing up, the number of anime fans were a handful. You met someone in town who was wearing like an anime t-shirt. You're like, yo. Is this? We're now friends. Oh, you could have been a criminal. But there's so few of us at this time I'm taking what I can get.
Yeah, but bro, did you watch?
Bro, Naruto? No. Have you heard of Shippuden? What's that? Right? And now this own is putting you on. He's like, meet me tomorrow here. I'll give you a flash with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing with that has all of that.
But y'all didn't have like cell phones at that point. It's a genuine meet me here tomorrow. We can't even confirm this meetup in any other way. You're just gonna show up.
It's hopes and prayers. It's hopes and prayers. And bro, you were there, you were seated. Because the fandom was alive.
Yeah.
The way that it's alive now is a little different, right? And that is why Otakukon is important, right? Because even as we run these ads to be like, hey, Otakukon's happening at such and such a date, Button Bash is happening such and such a date, and Nakamarket, when we announce the date, is happening at such and such a date, right? People, this is their first time seeing that there's other weebs in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
And like they'll jump into the DMs or the WhatsApp and they'll be like, is this happening in Zimbabwe? Even though it says Harare, it says what they're in disbelief.
We're in disbelief. Sorry, just to go back to the chat, Tino has said if you guys skip Robotech on ZBC, you missed. I feel like Tino, you're the oldest guy in the chat at this moment, because like I could be second oldest and I miss Robotech.
Was G-Force on ZBC? Tino, was G-Force on ZBC? Because I remember Masaki talking about G-Force. G-Force! It's like a Super Sentai adjacent. They all jump in a giant robot. The giant robot goes on fire. They fight. It pretty straightforward.
This definitely sounds not ZBC.
Had to be.
They only had room for one robot.
Robot.
And
He said, yep, it was briefly. G-Force.
Oh!
G-Force!
Yeah, Enigma said Magi Nation. Magi Nation.
Which one
I
is
have
that?
no idea.
Yeah.
I never heard that song in my life.
BTV, bro.
Of course.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you're rich.
Yeah.
You rich
You
people.
guys are, him and Jiko in the chat going, hey, BTV was on Wistek. Like
Yeah,
that.
Wistek, bro. Wistek.
Hey, does that mean the Wisteks were given out for free?
Nice.
Huh? On Swagi, like, you know, you
I
just
remember-
stepped outside and someone was like,
I remember-
hey, where's my Wistek?
If you want to get a whiz tag, the guys would come to me, my brother and sister were like, let's get a whiz tag, because I wanted a PlayStation or something like that.
Damn.
To play games. And the father was like, it's either that,
It's this or that.
whiz tag.
Being
And I was
a
like,
black dad,
you're going to be watching
Being
a lot
a
of
black dad.
cartoons. I'm watching a cartoon, yes, I know that one. Even because I was speaking, were like, boys, I had to go through a lot.
Oh, you went
I'm
through a
so
lot.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
And it was mistake.
Of course it was Wistek. But back
Wistek was cooking people.
back to the timeline, right? So we're
Yeah.
talking Bleach on Animax. We're talking there was the problem with Animax is that you could see the niche shrinking, right? Because DSTV's scheduling wasn't accommodating for something that hadn't happened yet, the binge model of Netflix, right? So what Animax did was it would show Bleach, but it would show Bleach 3 times a day, the same episode. So if you didn't catch it in the morning, you'd catch it in the afternoon, and then you'd see the new episode in the evening, and then in the dead of the night they would reshow the episode. So you'd see 4 repeats, and then a new episode. So it was great for people who you're sharing a TV with 3 other housemates or family members,
Yeah.
right? But let's say there's 2 of you in the crib. You've watched everything. I'm now moving away from the channel because I'm not seeing frequently new content. It's where KTV was dominating. So they only had license for a few Nickelodeon shows. Before Nickelodeon got its own channel on DSTV, it was KTV, right? With some Nickelodeon shows.
A history of rich television.
Okay, sir. Let me
give us.
let me cook. You see how we can. And so the way that they filled the content space was they would do a variety show. They'd have 2 youngish people, like 19, just in between uni and high school, who had good personalities. They would do in studio game shows, right? And then play animation or play your Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
Obviously, Wizards was later, but that kind of content, and that is how you buffer your program lineup, because you can only afford a few shows at a time, and it was very evident that Animax Africa or Animax South Africa just could not afford a big program lineup, right? And so
In terms of like getting licensing rights to put a
licensing
lot more stuff
is
on
expensive, yes.
there. Yeah.
They're only licensing a few shows at the time, so there's just but all channels are 24 hours, so they just like loop it, homie. And obviously you're seeing the numbers drop, the viewership numbers drop, because the people who watch it at 7 are not gonna watch it again. I've watched the episode. I'm gonna watch it again for what, right? There's no immediate replay value, so they started flooding Animax with now live action shows. So this is the introduction of your Ninja Warrior.
Oh,
Yes.
a Ninja Warrior.
So it was anime adjacent enough that people were like, I see the word ninja in it,
Yeah.
and I kind of like game shows, right?
Yeah.
I did come to watch Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, Takeshi's Castle as well, right?
Yeah.
And sure, it was good, but that's not the kind of content that the core audience is watching. So now you're bringing in a new demographic of people that specifically watch reality TV like this. And then eventually the channel falls into disuse because you're not going to watch Takeshi's Castle all day. And then the other block of people aren't going to watch anime all day. It's literally, you split the channel's purpose down the middle. And sometimes that works, right? So your Mnet channel, you've got your cartoons in the afternoon, and then your live action, serious, family-oriented dramas in the evening.
Yeah.
That works because your kids have come home from school at 2 o'clock. They're watching until 5. A couple of news blocks, right? And then your regular primetime TV programming. That works. But for a channel like Animax, it's like saying on your sports channel, half of it we're going to watch the Premier League, but on the other half, we're going to watch the construction of a ball. Like, it's somewhat interesting, right? It's good to know how footballs are made, but like, that's not the kind of content that I'm here for. It takes a different intellectual base, it takes a different psychographic base to enjoy that content. And so Animax kind of fell to the wayside. But luckily, just the way life works, people are now at this point getting higher speed internet.
Yeah.
We're moving from dial-up to ADSL. People are getting far more borrowed media for themselves,
True.
right?
True. Did anyone recharge the airtime? Sorry to disturb. Airtime was thrown into the chat.
I assume it's expired. Remember, Sasori was
Sasori
fast
in there?
last time.
Nah, we're gonna try to recharge and see if
Who
anyone got it.
Who took the airtime?
Let me try it and see if it works.
Shout out to everybody who's watching. You could have been anywhere in the world right now.
This card is used, so somebody.
Somebody just and took it. But yes, that is why these giveaways happen. So we're doing Airtime, and Demon Slayer manga, just so you have it on your shelves.
Can you show it to them?
Sasori saying low. If I move the manga, I displace the mic. So I'm not trying.
Okay. So,
There we go. So we've got a Demon Slayer manga on giveaway. It's
Demon Slayer issue number 1.
yes sir, yes sir. Relive the beginning of the story. What is this?
This is just for flex.
Oh, this is
Wow,
just
we're
for
just
flex.
showing off with that.
So we do have some friends in pretty good places. The poster at the back of Shonen Jump, or this week's, or that
Is
week's
it the back or
issue.
the front?
This is the back.
Oh yes, because it's the front in a normal.
Normal is mad. This is the poster for the Demon Slayer movie coming out on the 12th of September. The front cover of Luffy, because One Piece is one of the best series in the world. I'm not saying
I
it.
think this was week 35 of the year.
Week 35 of the year, right? So on the cover, it's just Luffy and his different gears, right? Spoilers if you didn't know all of that.
He's got gears.
In this issue,
It's
what
not automatic.
in this issue, what do we have? Oh, we've got a nice sticker pack of all the gears. We've got some adverts. We've got the current We've got the current arc in One Piece. No spoilers on that in case you're behind. We've got Ichi the Witch, which is currently popping off. What else? We've got Sakamoto Days, which anime is in second. Oh, this art is beautiful. I want to show it, but it's also spoilers.
I'm opening it up towards the camera.
Who's that? Oh, Gorudamka.
Sorry. So the art for Sakamoto Days.
That is nice.
This is what I'm saying, spoiler, but damn.
But you can't spoil action scenes.
Yeah, you can, because it's like, why are these people fighting?
You can, yeah.
Why are they fighting?
So catch up so you know why they're fighting.
Catch up. You go to the official Shonen Jump manga website, where you'll be able to see.
You can read them for free, right?
You can read them for free. Every issue, the first 3 issues of a manga and the most current 3 issues of a manga, for free, on the official Shonen Jump manga website. What else is in here? I don't think people read a lot of this. I read a lot of this, but that's... Ooh. What's this? I don't know what this is. So if it spoils, it spoils. I don't know. This art is amazing.
What show is that?
What
So
manga is this, dog? No idea. But
now I can see how people will be like, yo, there's this manga, it's popping off.
Is-
When it comes to anime, y'all are gonna go
you're
crazy.
gonna go crazy about
And then
this.
when it does come to anime, they just start spoiling it for us.
Absolutely
On every media they can.
diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. I'm trying to find one more thing to show you from an anime that's popping off now. But the further you get in the book, the less probability that it has an anime. Yeah.
Or are the more popular ones at the front?
Usually.
Okay.
And then they at the back of the book you have the ranking / notes from the author, right? And so Shonen Jump, if you didn't know, it has a model of having the people who've read it go and vote for their favorite.
Yeah. The item's actually in there. Like, I know you probably can't tear it out because I will kill you. But on one of the pages, that's the actual
So there's
questionnaire.
there's a questionnaire for you to vote for your top 3, I assume, because I see 1, 2, 3, manga in this volume, and as well as making notes for what your other picks are, and ultimately that's what decides how long a manga is going to be in Shonen Jump, right? Doesn't matter if the story is really, really good. If everyone who's reading it is like,
It sucks.
I'm not feeling it, it goes.
Goru says name please for the last manga. I want to screenshot the name.
I
I don't remember which one it was.
I don't need, the book is big. I don't know
Right?
the page.
This is like money well spent.
Yes.
To be fair. Like, okay, this is.
That's the page.
Yeah, it's the page. I don't know if the title is on here.
You might have to
It says-
just Google Translate, like find the first
Yeah.
page and then Google Translate the...
I don't know if that's the first page because it has a number on it, or if it's like blast method number 55. What were they called in Bleach?
Bakudo, or how...
Yes, Bakugo.
Yeah, I don't know what the name of this is. I'm just gonna share this and then go back to the 55 page as you requested. I think you can, when this recording is done.
Can you hold it up so maybe Guru has enough time to just take a screenshot on that page,
On
the one with the 55. I don't know if that will help.
yeah.
3, 2, 1, yay!
0, yay.
Goodbye.
It is Friday.
Hey.
Where were we? We were talking Shonen Jump, we're talking cancellations, before that Animex, right. So around this time, people started getting fast and faster internet, and they are now borrowing from international services faster than television signals are able to give them content. And this is around the time that Netflix makes the big move from being something like Delmore Digital or Blockbuster if you're American, to being an online streaming service, right? And that kind of kicks off the streaming wars. It wasn't yet a war because they weren't warring yet, but Netflix kind of set off You
It's
can
streaming
put your
works.
entire library on a digital thing, and people will pay to watch content
it.
easily. Like if you just make it easy for people, affordable, and the library is big enough, like those three things are super important, right? And I think we can talk about like African manga slash comic right now if you want, Archie.
Yeah, sure. What could we have missed from the chat? I think Brighton asked if we've seen the continuation of JJK. There's a continuation of JJK?
There's a new manga by Gege Akutami that recently got published. I haven't personally seen it. I saw people reacting to it. And it's taking a Dandadan-esque direction. So it's keeping the paranormal elements, it's same universe, and then now they're introducing aliens, which, I don't know. Boruto has seen such success that that model now makes sense. Because if you look at Masashi Kishimoto, the author of Naruto's track record, he has this amazing 700-issue book of Naruto, right? Then he's like, I'm going to go off and do Samurai 8. Samurai 8 is such a cool departure from what he was doing. But people are like,
No thank you.
no thank you, right? And now because Naruto is so popular, it makes so much money in terms of like games, posters, voice acting. Like it's its own sub-industry, right?
It's a mini economy.
That it's like continue it anyway. So they make Boruto, and Masashi's not involved. But Boruto's now seeing success because the people who loved Naruto want to keep fulfilling that feeling, right? And because the story, like the anime has so much filler. Like if you thought Naruto had filler, Boruto is more filler than original story. Because
I feel
Boruto
like-
is monthly.
I feel like he's got like one chapter of actual story.
Yes.
And he's just like,
Yes.
hey, I'll give them stuff to look at until I want to give them this one chapter.
If you just read the Boruto manga,
Yeah.
peak. But because we watch anime, now you're like, is this relevant, dog? Like, why do I care about these characters? No, but if you read the manga, it's very strict in terms of A, B, C, D. Now there's a time skip. And the reason for the time skip is unlike anything I've ever seen. That last chapter before it goes from Boruto to Boruto
Shippuden?
twin blue vortex or something.
Oh,
I don't know what the new name is. But the reason for that time skip, some of the best writing in manga that I've read in a very long time.
How has Boruto already gone to I'm guessing time skip is like the whole Shippuden move.
Mhm.
And it's expected because of the very first, I guess, episode, because I started an anime, where it's like, oh, this is the future.
Yes.
And I genuinely was willing to watch Boruto to get to that scene.
Yes, that is the reason why all of us
Well, we have to get to that scene.
We are now at the adult Boruto, where that scene hasn't happened yet.
But where that scene is...
We're approaching, and my God, such good writing. But it's unfortunate.
just checking the comments.
All dude. Mid Kaisen, Boruto sucks. Blue Vortex.
Mid Kaisen is wild.
I don't know. Like, it's okay to call other things mid. It's because you guys. It's because you both left.
Right?
It's because you both left.
And the whole thing is like, no, thank you. But it looks like it's still live.
Let me just
unless
refresh
it's
on my end.
And let's see if it's gonna cut off at some point.
Tap to play. Feels like a game. Yeah, it's back.
Okay.
Awesome.
So now you're looking at the success of Boruto, right?
Yeah.
You've just ended your series. Are you gonna go do something else that's risky from scratch, or are you just gonna build on the success of a universe that people
That's already working.
right? So it may not be good, but it's not. You're really not living in the UK, sending money home and hoping this house is being built. That is what's starting a new.
You're gonna trigger people.
You're gonna trigger people, right? And it's fine because at the end of the day, yes, I'm an artist. Yes, I want to make money, but it's also a job, and these jobs in Shonen Jump are dependent on how audience respond. And with new series, it's difficult. So what I'm saying is, there's always the possibility that One Piece can get kicked out of Shonen Jump if week to week it's not producing really great quality stories. But it's so unlikely because one, it has such longevity of storytelling. It has that goodwill of, I'm willing to let it be a few bad chapters
Yeah.
if it's setting up for something amazing. Because I've stuck with it this long. There's so many moving pieces that maybe I'm not seeing what
Big picture.
the big picture.
Yeah.
So now, people have Netflix. They're streaming a little bit, and then Crunchyroll, which was initially borrowed media, finally gets the licenses and becomes this legit platform. And Crunchyroll is now the go-to place for. It is the Netflix of anime. You subscribe, you pay a little bit a month. You can actually have a free
Little
Crunchyroll
bit is
account.
wild because you pay almost as much as Netflix.
When I say a little bit, right? I'm saying it's not a figure that would make you go, nah.
I guess.
Nah.
That's true.
It is basically the price of watching one movie, right? It's like between 12 and 15 bucks, right? That's the price of watching one movie, and it's giving you a library of content. So if you have uncapped internet, you can watch, and it's really just about how much time you have. And now the problem is, at the point where you're making the money that this is an insignificant amount of money to pay, you're probably spending a lot of time at your job
Not watching.
not watching the
anime that you pay for.
It's that unfortunate duality of man. But it's there, right? Your Crunchyroll is there, your Netflix is there. Netflix anime is now, Netflix is like, yo, people are actually watching a lot of anime, so they're licensing things. So when you watch Netflix on anime, you'll see a Netflix original. Even if you've seen it elsewhere, Netflix have got the license to exclusively stream it. Then Crunchyroll is obviously doing big things with not just licensing anime for Crunchyroll, but saying we want to invest. And so now you have Crunchyroll originals, things that didn't exist before this, right? Because
So what they're producing.
they're producing,
Okay.
right? Or they're co-producing, right? And they have,
Was Item a Crunchyroll original?
what are you asking?
Really colorful anime. Sometime last year. Gabimaru.
The name is right there. No, not ninja.
He was a ninja.
He was a ninja. Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise. Yes.
I don't know if that was a Crunchyroll original. No, it's not. I read the manga.
Oh yeah.
So with Crunchyroll originals, they have some stuff that like, this feels like it was.
And they pitch like Netflix originals, where it doesn't have to come from.
Yeah,
like
doesn't have to come from
anime
manga.
or manga source.
Yes,
like,
yes,
oh,
yes.
I'm scared of those.
You are scared of those, but like much like any other new service, the first few have growing pains because it's like we haven't quite figured out the formula. Like all of the parts of the equation make sense, right? It's action, it's targeted to boys, it's gonna have transformations, it's gonna have power ups, right? But that's secret sauce that most mangaka have,
Yeah.
right? Because I will watch 10 isekai about fairly similar things because there's that one moment in that first chapter, that first episode, that makes me go, yeah, I'll watch this. Yeah, I'll watch. It's not just some guy who got hit by a combi and woke up in a fantasy world, right? There's some unique element that makes me go, this is worth following whatever stupid journey this is. Whether you're a vending machine, a slime, a goblin, bath water, whatever it is. I've seen most reincarnations. But yeah, no, I'm like I do have limits. But now all of this makes it so much easier for you to be an anime fan, right?
That is true.
And so, do you know what Annecy is?
No.
So Annecy is
Sounds like a bad word.
Annecy is a great word. So Annecy is a animation festival that happens in France every year, and it's basically for part of it like you can go pitch your original series to go get funding from different studios, right? But the other half of it is that they talk industry, where it's just like, what are the trends? And one of the trends that people saw was more than half of Netflix users. So whatever Netflix subscriber base is, more than half are anime watchers. Not just one episode. Kuti, they are anime watchers.
Whoa.
And that signals to producers, to studios, make more original anime, right? And And so we're at the point where it's not that I'm going to say you have no excuse to be an anime fan, because that makes it feel like a cult, right? But it's okay to be an anime fan, because now you have rappers, celebrities, you have big brands all backing them. Much like before the MCU, you couldn't really be a comic book fan in public. Because it's like, did you read issue 32 of Green Lantern when he got his second
Why are you
ring?
making us sound like that, bro?
That's what it felt.
Also, comments.
I had to pause my Crunchyroll because I didn't have time to watch. Yes, that is absolutely the case. Where you're making enough money that the subscriber fee is just, it's insignificant. But the time to now sit down and be like, what's popping? What's popping? Click on it. Not available in your region.
Oh, that hurts.
But
that
that's a
hurts.
conversation for another day because
Yeah.
I'll just start getting angry. But that's what, if you're not a comic book fan, that's what it sounds like. Oh, issue number 2 of The Flash, it's worth $300. Oh my god, right? But now Robert Downey, big like movie gamble. Iron Man 1 makes gang money, right? You get Chris Evans, right? Hollywood hottie, right? To do Captain America. You get Chris Hemsworth to do Thor, right? You've got Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Then you have a big Avengers movie which makes $1 billion, right? I'm not saying it's the first movie to make $1 billion, but $1 billion movie revenue was crazy. 2012 set off signals to other people to say, make more comic book movies. And that's exactly what they did. And at a certain point, people were like, now asking me, Bill, before Endgame came out, what order do I watch the Marvel movies in? Because I don't want to be left out of this trend. It now became cool to consume that kind of content, right? It went from niche to pop culture. And that's what anime is doing, right? It was this, have you heard about Mushoku
The
Tensei?
voice.
Because that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Have you heard about
Is that what it sounds like when someone's talking about F1?
Yes! Yes, it is. Schumacher, he changed gears twice in 2 minutes. Oh my God! Until such a time where I watched the F1 movie, where I'm like, oh, he changed gears twice in 2 minutes, and
That's
I
a big
understand.
deal.
I understand, like, and that's why, between a bone and a muscle, there's sinew, right? There's that material that connects the two things. What is that connecting factor?
Biology lesson?
A little bit, right? Because here's Netflix, here's anime. Or rather, here's fans and here's anime. Netflix is that connecting tissue. Because we're both watching Netflix. And if Netflix just says, oh, you like this action series? Here's an action series that happens to be animated. And you trust Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And you just,
I think, look at what shows have popped off on Netflix. Blue-Eyed Samurai popped off from Netflix. Obviously.
yes.
We all make fun of 7 Deadly Sins, we had this conversation.
Absolutely, yes.
But 7 Deadly Sins popped off on Netflix.
It is tattooed across Netflix.
Yeah, it put a lot of people on.
Actually, let me
as
open
well.
my Netflix.
And the fact that Dan didn't debut on Netflix.
No, it's not a Netflix. It is a Netflix original,
Yeah.
right? It has a manga, but Netflix are like, we need this, we need this, and no one else must have it. And so they translate it. They do all of that stuff.
The nerdy voice is going wild in the comments.
So
Okay, so the manga giveaway. Sorry to disturb you.
yes, sure.
So for the manga giveaway, easy. I'll put it in the comments as well, but it's easy. Just go to our YouTube live. Subscribe to our YouTube if you haven't already.
Yes, sir.
Comment your name, and we're gonna do a wheel of fortune with all the names of the people who've commented their name on the YouTube live.
If that wasn't clear, let me repeat it for you. Go to our YouTube live, where this is also streaming, so you're not going to miss anything. You're literally pivoting apps. Subscribe, do all of the things that you are asked to do, and then add your name to the live chat, and we'll take your name and put it in our wheel of fortune, spin it, and then see who comes out on top. It is completely up to chance. There's no favoritism here. Anything else?
I think that's it. What time is it now? We will spin it in 10 minutes. So
In 10 minutes.
at like 8 minutes past. That's so accurate. Am I Swedish? It's 10 minutes past. Your face. At 10 minutes past is when we'll spin it.
Anime on Netflix. Monster, Delicious in Dungeon, Parasite, One Punch Man, Vinland Saga, Dorohedoro, Record of Ragnarok, Shaman King, Flowers,
Records of Bad.
Shield Hero, Forest of Piano, Ajin, Levis. So they also have so they have their premiere stuff, but they also have stuff that even me as a big anime consumer, this is the first time I'm reading these words. High School Girl, Berserk, obviously, Orb on the Movements of the Earth, I definitely recommend that. If it wasn't for Frieren and Solo Leveling, Orb would have been Anime of the Year. Oshinoko, The Summer Hikaru Died, Blame, Ultraman.
Please repeat the manga giveaway instructions.
Manga giveaway instructions are head over to our YouTube live. So you basically go YouTube, type in Otakukon,
Anime Festival.
Otakukon Anime Festival, and this is also streaming there, so you're not missing anything when
It's
you
a
put
different
it.
angle.
It's really just a different angle. And
Royce is
subscribe,
there. DC is there.
and comment your name into the live chat. So when you get there, I don't know whether I'm in the live chat.
Hikaman is enjoying the conversation. Okay.
Hike man.
Comment your name in the chat, and then you stand a chance to have your name taken from the live chat. So you need to do three things. Like, right? There's a little thumbs up there. You like it, you subscribe, add your name to the chat. For an extra chance, for an extra bonus, you might be able to get your name in there twice. Share that live. Whether you're sharing the Instagram live or you're sharing the YouTube live, just so that we can spread the otaku love.
And to the YouTube, welcome DC Enigma, welcome Royce. Who else has commented? Yeah, throwing your names into the Wheel of Fortune right now. I feel like throwing my name in so that I win and then everyone cries corruption.
We have 9 minutes left until that. We're spinning the wheel. So go. I'm a top fan. Crazy.
Welcome, Jojo.
Welcome, Jojo,
To the YouTube.
and your bizarre adventure.
Look, I want to hear the nerdy voice again, but I don't know if anyone has anything they'd want to suggest for you to say.
I'm happy to hold it for like a minute.
To hold it for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Tanaka Sasori is
Hey, Tanaka-chan in here. Paul in the...
Loving the overview, very different from the Instagram. Yes,
What
yes,
is
yes.
the one?
This is Demon Slayer headquarters.
Are people like it?
Welcome.
Go to your issue. They're not like it.
How do you know?
And they say right
They
here.
can see the number.
And the subscribers are still the same.
Don't forget to subscribe so that you're in a chance.
Yes.
So not just your name, subscribe to
Yes.
the channel as well. If you weren't already subscribed, so that...
And for an extra corruption bonus, share the video. So like, subscribe, share, comment your name. All the things to gain engagement with the post. So we can see that you really want, your Demon Slayer #1 and reliving the origins of Kamado Tanjiro as he begins his Demon Slayer journey. Actually, where does the volume end? Yeah! Never mind.
Which volume?
This volume.
Oh, where does it end?
It ends in a really good place.
Oh.
And I can see why manga is popular. Because an American comic wouldn't do this. Yeah.
They wouldn't end it there.
They wouldn't end it there. You saw the Flash season 1, right? So I'm rewatching the Flash season 1 with my girlfriend. And the ending of Flash season 1 is an anime ending.
Someone was watching anime there.
Absolutely. I've never. How do you end the season 1 day?
They were in it to win it.
Who?
The CW guys.
Yeah.
I love our stories like we subbed years ago. Salon what?
We're not picking any new subscribers.
Russ,
Except for- except for
Russ, the number one fan.
Let me hit refresh.